Hello everyone, how are you today? Thank you for joining on this another live stream today. This is the 3rd of April and this is on Saturday. So happy weekend and happy Easter everyone. Great to see you again on this relaxing Saturday. Let's see. Let me just place everything in order. My desktop is a bit a mess, so let me align all these folders and files and everything. Alright, there we go. So okay, I can see your comments now. Thank you for joining everyone. Alexandre and Karim and Yorun, thank you for joining. And Yorun has been my moderator, so in case you have any questions about my services or anything, you can ask Yorun for help, because he's been my moderator from the Netherlands. So this is him right here. Let me align my capture like this. Okay. Yeah, so great to see you. Great to see you. And Asif, Kisiya, Tuan, and Tam, Anthony, Ruslan, thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you. Is my voice echoing a bit? I was looking back my past lives, or actually especially yesterday's video, my voice was echoing. So maybe it's echoing today too. Because I relocated from one place kind of closed, more private, more smaller price to this living room. Because the sunlight, the sunset was too bright over there, so that's why I relocated. But it looks like the my voice is a bit echoing, so I hope it's okay. I mean, at least you can hear me and what I'm talking about. Okay, so yep, thank you for joining. Faith and Romeo, thank you for joining. Oh, Asik, thank you for the response. The voice is fine. All right. Good, good. Okay, so yeah, and Christopher, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. Good to see you. So today the market is closed. So before the live starts, for the previous 30 minutes, I was thinking what to talk about. We can talk about the markets, what's happening. But I would prefer to talk about something about psychology or mindset today. Because Saturdays, my focus is about psychology and money management. So I will talk about this topic today. In fact, I tweeted on my Twitter. This is my Twitter account, and I share my post analysis and a little bit of comments, and also what I do in Dubai. Sometimes I tweet this one just to give you a little updates. And today, this was my tweet. I said, even if you succeed with trading without any failures or mistakes, there is no depth in it. So I think, sometimes we tend to avoid these mistakes and failures. And that's why we learn. That's why we learn, and that's why we, have experience on something. If you want to master it, but if you don't fail or if you don't make any mistakes, then I think there's no depth in it. So I think that's an important topic to bring out today, and that's because. This week, or actually today and tomorrow, there is a new GTS group, and last week was the last session for these GTS members. And I was thinking about these GTS members. Well, GTS is actually, for those who are new to my channel, GTS is my hands-on training. I have a little group. I named this a GTS Global Trading School, and I run this up to 5 members every 3 months. So last week was the last day, and this week, well, today, tomorrow, there is a new start of a new group. And I was actually thinking about these, I have been doing this GTS for the last 1 year. So this is like anniversary for 1 year of this service, of this particular service. And yeah, as I look back, the way these traders will trade, their focus most likely, initially the focus was, it tends to be not to make mistakes, not to fail, not to lose. And I think that's good, right? I think that's good because nobody wants to lose in Forex market anyways. But at the same time, if you don't lose, then you cannot run profits. And that's why, this is very short term, but this is a sort of investment. You invest some money in order to get returns. So there is no 100% win rate strategies. There is no, I think 90% is too high. I think 80% is even very high percentage for win. And what's more important is the risk-reward ratio. So I was wondering, when do we overcome these fears and mistakes and step further and keep trading by these failures and also these mistakes? And so that's why I put this comment. There is no depth in it. So I think the depth comes really from the failures and mistakes. Without any mistakes, without any failures, you cannot really learn from these mistakes. If the win percent is only 100%, then there's no learnings from it. But because we fail, we learn from there, and I think that's why keep track the records, and also tracking your own tries, especially the ones that fail, and also the ones that you made losses. I think you have to look back on these trades and ponder about how you can improve these trades. I think this is a very important concept. So that's why I mentioned this, and this is because there was the end of the GTS session last week, and today there is a new group. So, and also I mentioned failures are what make you strong, and mistakes are what you make confident. So without any failures and without any mistakes, you cannot build up your strengths and you cannot build up the confidence. I have lost $10,000 account once before. I lost the account and I recreated with the same amount, $10,000, and I decreased it in half. So that's when I came back to demo account and really looked back in my strategy and refine it, fine-tune it until I'm confident to take trades real again. That was, back in 2013 was a painful year for me after I became a full-time trader. But without these failures, I wouldn't be able to create what I call KTS as of now, and I wouldn't be able to build up confidence like as of now. So mistakes are good, failures are good. As long as you learn from it, they're good. But if you don't learn from these, then I think they can harm you and they can bring you down and lose confidence overall. So, and finally I said that there is no shortcuts to it. There's no shortcuts because sometimes we tend to look for shortcuts, we tend to look for holy grails, we tend to look for winning strategies. But unless you fail, unless you make mistakes and losses, you cannot build the confidence. So the confidence should be coming within yourself, and it shouldn't be from others, in my opinion. So that's something that I was thinking about today, especially after the previous GTS group finished. So that's why I just wanted to share this little sentence on my Twitter, because this is really what I think. So to be honest, I changed my strategy. I minor changed my strategy over time, because last year and this year the market is changing. The market is different from last year and this year. All these pairs, all these currency pairs, the market has been different now. So that's why I minor changed my strategy. Last year, I was looking at the price action and Ichimoku Kinko Hyo also, but this year's forecast is more towards the Chikou span and Tenkan-sen. I think this year or last year, and from this year until this year, as of now, we better look at the Tenkan-sen and Chikou span also for supportive purpose to Kumo Kijun-sen, because now it's in the age of like range or retracements. So if you can remember, in the beginning of March, there were JPY pairs were trending. JPY pairs were trending on the late February until the beginning of March, and suddenly it stopped. Suddenly JPY pairs started to be in the range, and other pairs started to be trending, like Euro pairs started to be trending, and later on Swiss franc pairs were trending from until last week, and next week we're not sure which one comes. Maybe JPY pair might be trending again next week, or maybe USD will come, but we're not sure which one will be trending next week. So the market goes very fast, especially these Forex pairs. It goes very fast. But one thing to keep in mind is that there is no strategy that works 100% every year. I think at least in Forex, these major pairs that I take trades on my watch list, it's impossible. And that's why I minor change my strategies. And that's why if you're following me from last year or 2 years back, the way I explain market by Ichimoku is totally different from 2 years back or last year. Now it's so much different, and that's one of the reasons, because the market is changing over time. So I see the change in these markets, and so I don't keep doing what I do from last year. It's very dangerous to keep doing what you do every year, the same strategy or same mindset you use every year. I think that's very risky, because in some year, maybe last year was win, but this year could be loss if you keep using the same strategy with the same mindset. And but this mindset comes from the failure and mistakes, and that's why it's important to learn from the mistakes. Yeah. And also I was just thinking also, so I teach my strategy on this public live too, and also membership GTS class. I share my strategy, and also I share my view about the markets. But there are times when you lose confidence on what you do, and also there are times when you lose confidence on my strategy too, or Ichimoku itself. You might lose confidence on Ichimoku, but how you lose confidence is, I think, important. Maybe you lose confidence because of these few losses, or maybe you lose confidence because I talk about the same thing all the time, or you lose confidence because every time you take trades, the market goes opposite direction. So I think the reason for losing confidence is, we have many reasons for it. But without learning from mistakes, I think we can fail. It's for sure. That's for sure. So Yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. By the way, good to see you. So this is another relaxing Saturday. And today, instead of talking about the markets, I decided to talk about something psychological or mental mindset. I will talk about the market tomorrow anyways, tomorrow onwards, next week. So yeah, just a little bit of comment or advice from me as a full-time trader is that there's no shortcuts. There is no shortcuts. So be patient, be consistent on what you do, then you can master it. But that comes from mistakes and failures is basically what I wanted to say today. So yeah, let me come back to some comments. Thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you again. All right, Well, Charity, Wong, Robert, Zero, and J-Bar, Tuan, Tony, Dave, Jagadish, thank you for joining. Blackwater, good to see you. Thank you for joining on this relaxing Saturday. Happy Easter, everyone. Dion says, are you staying in Japan? This is in Dubai. It's in Dubai now. Yeah, I'm still in Dubai. I will be staying here until next Wednesday on the 7th. 3 a.m. I'm flying back to Japan. So I'm still in Dubai. I got the passport back with a visa stamp. So tomorrow, I will be coming to the post office to get my Emirates ID. Then that's it for this my trip to Dubai this time. Hopefully I can open the bank account tomorrow. But if I open the bank account tomorrow, then I'm not sure if I can receive the card and also the checks until I fly back to Japan. So I think I'll do it next time I come to Dubai. I move to Dubai next time. Blackwater says, how is Dubai, Kaysen? Dubai is great. Dubai is great. I love food. I love people. I love these views. It's very nice. Pinolandia says, can you live on the daily profit? I would say you can live on the weekly or monthly profit, but not sure about the daily profit. Because my strategy is for day to swing, more towards the swing side. So for sure you can have some decent profits on monthly or yearly basis, but not sure about the daily profit. Okay, Yorun says, when you have rules, there are less failures. Don't break the rules. Yeah, that's the key. Exactly, that's the key. Don't break the rules. Just stick to the rules. Keep discipline, and then you should be fine. Yeah, that's true. And sometimes failures come from less experience. So yeah, experience is also very important. So now I use Ichimoku. I capture trends, and also I capture ranging markets on different time frames. So now I take Ichimoku multiple time frames and run profits every month, every year. I live by trading only. And after I master this like this, then I know when Ichimoku works and when Ichimoku doesn't work. And when Ichimoku doesn't work, I simply don't take it. I simply don't trade on the market where Ichimoku doesn't work. But until I can grab the sense of when it works and when it doesn't work, that was a struggle. I was trying multiple indicators. I was trying other strategies. I was buying these paid indicators and tools and strategies, but none of them didn't work for me, simply because I didn't have enough experience on these indicators. But that was good because I decided to throw all these indicators away and come back to pure price action. And then I adapted Ichimoku, and here I am now. I can now move from Japan to Dubai, and I can have the next step on life to my achievement. So, but if I keep changing still, if I keep changing my strategies, if I don't use Ichimoku anymore, and if I switch to another thing, then maybe I'm still struggle because I'm mastering nothing in that case. Okay, Dcoin, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Faiz, when was your last loss and what happened? That was last week. I had losses because the market was retracing backwards. So break-evens and losses I have, but I make sure that the loss is up to 2%. Yeah, that's my rule. Usually I cut loss in 1% level, or 0.5 I cut loss in 5 or 15 minute time frames. So my losses are very minimal. Hello Eric, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I still remember that when I hit the exit button with the loss, when I was still newbie, it was very painful. Yeah, now I don't feel pain on exiting these small losses because these are just part of the process. But before, when I was focusing on these losses, it was very painful. I didn't press the exit button because I didn't want to accept the fact that the market goes backwards. I was hoping the market will go towards my direction afterwards, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it goes against it, and it will, you will have big loss eventually. So at some point you have to cut the loss, but when to cut the loss, when to exit is the key. And that comes with the psychology for sure. Anthony says, by avoiding Swiss franc pairs unless disparate and New Zealand pairs altogether and stick to 1 to 2% max stop loss, achieved a 12% gain in March. Wow, that's good, Anthony. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yep. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear this result, and I hope you become consistent on every month. Yeah. So I think 10 to 20% a monthly return is realistic because basically that's what I do. But the question is if you can keep doing it every month or every year is the next question. And that's why rules is important. If you don't have rules, then you might be in trouble. Saeed, thank you for joining. To see you. Asif says, I think traders need to think in terms of monthly or yearly profits, not daily profits. I agree. But also it's important to not to think never mind when you lose. Always say when I play sport, we win or we learn. That's true. Yeah, win or learn. That's right. There is no such a thing as loss. Because loss is physical, and loss is, loss has bias. And as human being, I think we are, the fear of loss is built in the genes, so that nobody wants to lose, and that's why we tend to focus on profits, and we tend to focus on these success. So if you go to bookstore and if you look for these biography or these books outside, most of the books are about success, how to succeed, how I succeed, or how I how somebody like a president, CEO get these profits or these success, because we tend to focus on success more than the failures. Yeah, there is a theory called prospect theory, And in prospect theory, it's the mindset also. It's a marketing mindset. Is that we tend to focus on these fears and losses and failures, and that's why most of the advertisements are about the fears or mistakes or losses, how to overcome, how to avoid these mistakes and fears and these failures is basically about marketing. And I think that's why these paid indicators and tools are very famous in this Forex world, because so that we hope that we can avoid these losses and mistakes and failures. That's why people pay, and that's why I used to pay for these products, because I had a fear of losses. Yeah, so let's say, I think I said this one on the previous video in the past, but let's say I give you $1,000, 1,000 USD. Let's say I give it to you, and let's say you lose like $100. You drop it from pocket, $100 bill. You drop it, and you now have $900. In that case, you feel the pain because you lost $100. However, if you lose, let's say if you have $1 million, and if you lose $100, you might feel nothing. Yeah, although the value is the same, although the price is the same itself, but the psychology, the pain, level of pain is different. And also, let's say you win $1,000 once. Let's say I give it to you, and let's say you lose the same amount, $1,000. Then, of course, you might feel pain because you lost everything. Although I gave it to you, although it was not based on your effort, I simply gave the $1,000 to you, and once you lost it, you feel pain because you focus on this loss. Although it's a break-even, right? You didn't fix, you didn't lose on your asset. You just got $1,000 and you just lost it, but you didn't lose technically. But sometimes, you feel pain on that. So that's the break-even psychology. And that's why we tend to have pain on these break-even results also. Yeah, and also let's say I give you $1,000, and if you lose $1,000, which one has more pain, or which one sticks to your mind is the loss of $1,000. So we tend to focus on more and towards the losses than happiness or these pleasure. So let's say if you can have a measurement somehow to measure the level of happiness when you get $1,000 and measure the level of pain when you lose it, then the pain of the loss is 1.5 to 2 times more than the level of happiness. With the same amount, $1,000, gain or loss, you feel more pain than gain. Yeah, I think this is also an important thing to remember when you take trades. So that's why, let's say you win $100 on one trade and you lose $100 on the next trade, but you remember the loss than the win. Although you win and lose is the same price amount, same amount, but we tend to remember the things that we fail, that we lose, and that we make mistake. Mo7 says, how to become adapting to changing market. So how to become adapting to changing market is how to, so like I said, when when it works and when it doesn't work, you have to identify in between. Yeah, you have to have some kind of measure. Let's say this is like 10 centimeter, and if this is 15 centimeter, then you know that this is different. But if you don't have any measures, then you don't know if this is 10 centimeter or this is 12, this is 20, and things like that. Yeah. Hello, Thompson. Thank you for joining. Good to see you on this relaxing Saturday. Sorry, the light is getting too bright for me, so let me just bring it a bit down like this. Okay, this is better now. Yeah. Hello, Maru-san. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. So Maru-san is another moderator of my community. So he's been helping to support my community. You can also see his introduction over here on my website. Yeah, so thank you for joining here. He says, Keisan and fellow Ichimoku traders, hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Yes, yes, yes. It's a wonderful weekend here. Yeah. Hello, Jordan. Thank you for joining. He says, I'm a big fan of K. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being a fan. Yeah, Comfortable says, is it okay to trade naked? Why are you using these indicators? Because I can visually understand what's happening in the market. Of course, you can trade only with candlesticks or price action. It's possible, technically, because after all, these indicators and tools are basically the translations of these price action. So if you master price action, then that's already okay. But for me, Ichimoku works because I have been using Ichimoku and I like the concept behind. And that's why I like to use Ichimoku on my strategy. Hello, Chike and Crypto, Aditya, Akpit, thank you for joining. Good to see you. All right, Viso, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you here, and happy Easter to everyone. Okay, Aditya says, Mr. K, what makes sure to use Ichimoku as a main strategy for Forex trading? You have to get used to it. You have to practice it with Ichimoku, and you want to have confidence by Ichimoku. Then you can keep using it. And I think that's my mission, to share the importance and also share what you can read about the market through Ichimoku. And that's why I keep talking and talking about the markets by Ichimoku. Yeah. Okay, Jagadish says, Dubai is getting ready for Ramadan fasting from mid-April to mid-May. That's true. That's true. Climate getting hotter soon. Summertime. Yeah, summertime is coming here soon. So yeah, during the Ramadan, I will be in Japan. So yeah, that's a coincidence. But yeah, in summertime in Japan too. One thing I don't like about Japan in summertime is the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are in so many places, and every time I have to go out, or every time sometimes I sleep, there are mosquitoes around my bed, so it's very uncomfortable. Especially if I hear these buzzing sound of the mosquitoes around my ear when I'm sleeping, it's so annoying. So there are some products to avoid these mosquitoes away. So that's what I will be doing in summertime Tokyo. Hello, Bestiani, thank you for joining. Okay, Marcel says, in what year did you become consistent? 1, 2, 3, 4. I became consistent, profitable from the third year. So first 2 years was struggle. Although I had ups and downs, overall the yearly basis, it was a loss or break even. First year was a loss, and second year was break even overall. In the third year, finally I became profitable. So it's my case. It's a case of mine. Okay, Said says, excellent topic. I'm currently reading The Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas. I recommend it to all new traders. I think I read that one before too. Yeah, Mark Douglas. Yeah, it's I like these psychological or mindset related topics books. Sometimes I read these pro porkers book or a professional athletes book, professional chess players, book. These are very helpful to apply these philosophies or mindset into Forex trades. Hello, Krish. Thank you for joining. Good to see you here. And Ruslan says, Kei-san, how to overcome fear when deciding to take trades, especially sometimes when the stocks go up, I will feel regret not to take the trades. So I think, once again, that comes through the rules and discipline. As long as the rule is taking place, you should be good. Yeah. So let's say like a Euro USD right now is downtrending. So this is bearish for me because the Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below the candles. So this is bearish simply, and that's it. Nothing else. That's why I draw the arrow like this. But simply if it goes backwards, then I exit. Then I look for other trending pairs. Simply that's it. Yeah, but to be able to think like this systematically and objectively or rationally, I think it takes time. You have second thoughts, third thoughts in your head. Okay, this is retracing. Yeah, Kei says this is downtrending as per Ichimoku, but these are 2 days, 3 days are retracing. So is this good timing to sell or not? What should I do? Right? Maybe this would be the question. But for me, as I say, this is downtrending, so I always look for the sell chance in this case. I will never go for buy. I always look for the sell in this case. That's for sure. And I look at the mid-time frame, for example, 1 hour chart. And in 1 hour it says flat. So simply I wait for the 1 hour chart also to be downtrending and look for the sell chance. Look for the sell chance afterwards. If it goes up, then simply I stay away from this particular pair. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Okay, Jagdish says the best travel time to Middle East is from November until March. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I'm so excited to leave Dubai this year and New Year. Especially there's Expo this year and New Year in Dubai. So it's going to be very exciting. Okay, Dcoin says, Kay, how much you keep a position? You mean how long? How long will be, I sometimes close a position in a day. Up to 2 weeks, I hold it. Vitieni says, I like your training. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the words. Yep. Yeah. Jordan says, big love from London. Oh, thank you for joining from London. It's nice to see you here. All right, Harry says, yeah, hi Keita, thank you. Thank you for joining here. Good to see you. Faid says, do you use the same lot sizing or different? Different. Yeah, based on the stop loss, I use different lot sizing every time I take trades. Or depending on how much I have in my Forex account, I also change the lot sizing accordingly. But one thing for sure is my risk per trade is up to 2%. That's for sure. Okay, Romeo says, in your experience, what does it mean for your trading journey when you are consistently break even? Considered break even was I had big wins and big losses on that year. 2014 was rough for me. It was going up and down. So I had big loss and big wins, and over a yearly basis it was break even. Let's see if it says, what was your longest trade? That was Euro USD. And also gold too, gold. I kept it for 2 weeks, and that's the longest time I hold it in the past. Anthony says, a break even should feel like a win, so you haven't lost anything. That's true. It should feel like that. But in reality, it doesn't feel like that way. Yeah, Jaron says stop loss to $2 for a beer. That's right. So once you go backwards, you win $2 and you can buy a beer for yourself. For the break even. That's good. Yeah. Okay, Crypto says, how can I join the community? And Maru-san put the link, all the information for the link. So please click on the link, or you can find the link below the description to join the community. Yeah, so Ichimoku community has been around for the 1 year now. So I have to do some anniversary 1 year Ichimoku community members. Yeah. Yeah, time flies. Time really flies. It was exactly last year, the end of February, that I visited Dubai last time. And I remember that was the first Forex group mentoring for 3 months when I was visiting Dubai last year. And that was exactly when the Ichimoku membership started. So time really flies. Hello, Hoy and Raj. Thank you for joining. To see you, and Thon, you're welcome. Welcome. Hidekin says, I really like the fireworks in Japan in summertime. Oh, bonfire? Yeah, when I was there for a few months, I enjoyed a lot. Yeah, fireworks are very popular in Japan in summertime. Yeah, we dress like a traditional dress, kimono we call. We wear kimono and go see these summer like fireworks with a beer in hand. That's the best. Christopher says, using air conditioning help keep mosquitoes away. Oh, 18 is very low. 18 is very low. Yeah, I might get cold if I have the air conditioning down to like 18 degrees. Yeah. But yeah, air conditioning is good to avoid from these mosquitoes. Yeah, that's the only cons in Tokyo, is that we have so many mosquitoes around. If you go to the park at nighttime and do fireworks for 1 hour, you get bit by mosquitoes, maybe 10 or 20, sometimes 30 spots you get in 1 hour. Because mosquitoes usually, are attracted by these breath, these CO2, So yeah, and also they like the black color than white color. So if you want to stay away from mosquitoes, then you want to wear something white. That's the tendency. But even so, sometimes you get bit, so yeah, you can help. Yeah. Let's see. Thu says, hi Kei, how many consecutive losses do you have by using Ichimoku strategy? I have consecutive losses up to 3. Because up to 3, I have consecutive losses, then I quit trading on that day. This is my rule. So you have to have a rule when to stop trading with your strategy. Otherwise, the losses will be compounded against the profit. Hello Roy, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Fight says, what do give priority the most in trading? I would say trend. Trend is the most priority. If there is no trend, then I don't take it in trades. LS says, hi Mr. K, can you share what you did differently to become a consistent winner after a couple of years? So first, I mastered price action. I colored the candles all white. So this is, now I turn these blue and white. Because of the live stream, I do this. But if I were looking at the chart by myself, I color everything white. But you can still see ups and downs. Let me try. You can color the candles all white and practice this way. This might sound funny, but if you really try, this is interesting. So I used to take trades. I used to take trades multiple time frames like this, all white candles, but I only focus on these wicks and also the lengths of the body in wicks and draw lines like this and take trades. In this way, you can decrease the bias. You can lose bias towards the market, bullish or bearish. Simply, you see chart as a whole, and you don't really focus on the colors of the candlesticks, but you just see the market as a whole, whether it's going down or up. And I think this is the best way to train yourself. Yeah, so I used to take trades like this, all white colors, but now I turn it to blue because of the live stream. But yeah, you can try. So I think to answer the question, I think the difference before and after becoming a profitable trader or becoming a full-time trader is that I know the tendency of the market when it starts downtrending, uptrending, or ranging. Especially by Ichimoku, it's very becoming easy to read. But before that, it was of course difficult to read because I had so many information, so many thinking patterns in my head, so many thoughts in my head, and that made myself very difficult to read charts. But now I read charts in a very simple manner because of the confidence. I can read it simple and I can run profits every month. I think that's a major breakthrough. Yeah, you have to cut the information as much as possible. We have to see things more simply, in more simple and plain way.